And until we can get our roads opened, these businesses here are going to suffer.
At first at 6 here on Connecticut's news station, uncertainty for a lot of small businesses in the Naugatuck Valley. Can enough people even get there to shop while flooded out roads are being repaired?
Plus, people in 5 communities are being asked to conserve water this morning, what Aquarion is telling them to do, and why the company says there are no concerns with the quality of the water.
Also, we'll have a closer look at one rescue made by officers in Newtown as the floodwaters there left people stranded.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning, sunshine. 6 o'clock on this Friday, or Fry-yay, as I like to say. Thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Symphony Privet.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning. Happy Friday to everybody. You saw our 3 headlines there, all still flood related going back to Sunday. It is still the big story in this state, and we will get to it. But we do want to start with the forecast here because at least we've had a week to dry out.
And we've been talking about that. The fact that the week has been so easy weather-wise has given our friends and family in the Naugatuck Valley time to at least start the long, arduous process of cleaning up. And that will be a story for weeks, if not months to come. Good morning. Good to have you along. It is the pick of the week on this Friday as we look for fantastic feeling weather out there. The temperatures are back up. The humidity still on hold for now. Do have rain in the 7-day. We'll tell you when to expect it coming up. Satellite and radar pictures quiet. Not looking for that to change. Still got that flow out of the north and west. Still feeling dry, feeling crisp, and feeling no troubles weather-wise around the land. 56 degrees in Hartford, 60 in New Haven and Bridgeport. We're at 54 in Groton. Nobody in the 40s this morning at 6 o'clock. Close enough. It's all right. We're splitting hairs here. The dew points have not changed, though. That's great news. There's your 40s, 49 in Meriden, New Milford. Numbers are fine. Forecast feeling pretty good out there as we get back to 80 for the first time in a few days. And we're going up with the temperatures. Unfortunately, we're going up with the humidity, too. We'll talk about that. A look at the weekend forecast coming up. 6:02. Let's check the road. Symphony, what you got?
Thank you, Matt. Oh, let me mute my laptop here. We are watching a crash out in Windsor this morning, and it's happening on South Windsor, Route 5. Right now, it is closed at Sullivan Lane due to a crash out there that was just reported, so we will keep an eye on that. Otherwise, we are still dealing with several road closures out in western Connecticut due to that big system causing devastating flooding on Sundays. We will get to those throughout the morning. Let's take a quick look at how things are shaping up in Hartford. Things looking good as travel is going through the Hartford Tunnel this morning, and our drive times looking good as well. No delays on 91 and 84 this morning. Your next update at 6:30. Well, this morning, businesses in Oxford trying to figure out what the future holds. Many of them have extreme damage from Sunday's flooding.
Yeah, well, they try to clean up. Others are struggling to get by, and they're the lucky ones because they don't have quite as much damage. But at Quarry Walk in Oxford, it is a mess. That shopping plaza is seeing a really stark difference in customer flow from roads being destroyed by floodwaters and residents dealing with their own damage. Now, Quarry Walk there is made up of 55 businesses there in Oxford that employ collectively over 2,000 people. But the flooding has forced some businesses to close their doors, and the others that are still open aren't seeing much in the way of foot traffic. The future is just not clear in financial terms, too. The estimated price of repairs, they don't know what those are going to be. How much are the materials going to cost? Just some business owners told us they're not sure if they can successfully pick up the pieces.
Now, communities hit hardest by the flooding are now being asked to do their best to conserve water. Aquarion is asking people in Bethel, Oxford, Beacon Hills, Seymour, and Newtown to cut back. So that means you should avoid washing your car, power washing your house, watering your lawn, or filling the pool right now. Now, when it comes to water quality, Aquarion tells us the water is safe. Well, that is because crews shut down the well fields before the flooding to prevent contamination out there.
We have redundant water supplies, so customers are receiving water from our main water system.
Oh.
Water flowing to homes right now is from the reservoir supply. As for the wells operated by Aquarion, pumps and wiring at the wells in Newtown and Oxford, they were damaged and they need to be repaired. However, a collapsed train bridge in Newtown is preventing water from receding for the time being.
Of course, flooding is usually bad news for farmers, too, and Sunday was no exception. We caught up with the owners of Guardian's Farm in Southbury. They said they need to rebuild a chicken barn that was destroyed and wait for the fields to dry out.
We really lucked out. I mean, we didn't lose any livestock. You know, again, the chicken barn, I'll have to build a new one, but it's still there. I talked to multiple other farmers who incurred total losses.
Yeah, like down the road, the owner of a farm on Jeremy Swamp Road said the flood damaged her home and her fields. She said her cattle have to stay in the barn right now, which is making it harder for her to feed and care for them. On Wednesday, farmers from around the area will meet with local leaders in Southbury to advocate for disaster relief.
Well, this week we have shared many stories of people stepping up to save or attempt to save people in the floods. Crews in Newtown rescued a family from their home on Route 34 and saved 3 people whose vehicles got trapped in the rising water on Route 25. And I want you to come check out this amazing video here and to listen to one of those vehicle rescues.
Go ahead and grab that. This way. It's shining right in front of them. Here, keep coming. Okay. Keep coming towards me. The water's still moving. Be careful. Let's go.
Wow, just can't imagine being in that situation. Newtown's police chief is thanking firefighters, EMS, utility workers, tow truck drivers, and environmental officials for helping people get through this tragedy. Now, yesterday at Quarry Walk in Oxford, a ceremony was held to give a special thank you to the first responders out there. People recognized the efforts of volunteer firefighters, police officers, EMTs, and everyone else who pitched in, not just in Oxford, but from neighboring communities.
Donations of personal protective equipment were available for people in Seymour. Ocean State Job Lot's charitable foundation made that contribution for anyone in the town who needed those supplies to help with the cleanup efforts, and that included first responders. Organizers said they gave out gloves, wipes, sanitizer, and masks. For complete coverage and updates surrounding the cleanup from that historic flooding, just download the free Fox 61 News app or visit fox61.com.
6:07 now, a woman accused of hitting and killing a DOT worker with her car is expected before a judge today for a plea hearing. Police say 55-year-old Denise Lucibello was impaired when she hit and killed 26-year-old Andrew DiDomenico. This happened back on June 28th on the shoulder of the Wharton Brook connector near I-91. Investigators say Lucibello was also driving with a suspended license.